Much love, and I'm Wayne Johnson with Doc and Queen Ministries. Got a lesson for you on today, going to be coming from Hebrews chapter 11, verses 24 and 25. Going to get right to it, so let us go. Moses grew up and became a man. He refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose not to enjoy the pleasures of sin that last such a short time. Instead, he chose to suffer with God's people. He did this because he had faith. He thought it was better to suffer for the Messiah than to have all the treasures of Egypt. He was waiting for the reward that God would give him. Now, as I have been, or if you have been around to listen to some of the shorts that I have been delivering lately, it has been about Moses. Early on, when Moses was dealing with Pharaoh, even before, even before he actually went to Pharaoh the first time, God was speaking to Moses and trying to get Moses to see that God had his back. And Moses was telling the Lord, despite hearing all of the great things that the Lord was going to do for him and was showing him, Moses kept saying to the Lord, but I can't do this and I can't do that. However, as we read this verses in Hebrews 11, it still said that Moses had faith. He did this because he had faith. So evidently, even though Moses' faith wasn't great in himself, he still had enough faith in God to do what was necessary to be done. Now, going back up, we see in verse 24, it starts out, Moses grew up becoming a man. And we know the story about Moses and being on the river and Pharaoh's daughter finding him. But Moses didn't want to take the name of being the son of Pharaoh's daughter and all of the benefits that come to that, because Moses understood the big picture. He chose not to enjoy the pleasures of sin. And I'm going to tell you, for myself, when we enjoy or think we're enjoying the pleasures of sin, and I guess it is a pleasure for the time being, it says here that it lasts a short time. And I'm here to say the pleasures of sin does last a short time. It then goes in to say he chose to suffer with God's people. Now, if you do sin, you're going to suffer. And as we see here, since Moses wasn't in sin, even though we all are, but sin as in what is speaking here, since Moses wasn't, Moses wanted to be a part of God's people. We all are going to suffer because this world is, since Adam sinned, we're going to deal with suffering. So when are you going to want to suffer? Are you going to want to suffer sinning, coming against God? Because if you do, you got a price to pay after that takes place. Or you can suffer for the glory of God and receive the rewards that comes with it. This is what Moses did. He did this because he had faith. He thought it was better, and it is, to suffer for the Messiah than to have all the treasures of Egypt. He was waiting for the reward that God will give him. Now, we have to understand, and I know many of us can relate, that reward doesn't always come as quickly as we would like. But rest assured, if you choose the pleasures of sin and they're only going to last a short time, the suffering will be hectic, and it would have been better to suffer for the Messiah and wait for the reward. I'm telling you, for those who are dealing with suffering, the pleasures of your sin, repent, be restored, and get back in alignment with God so He can get you back on track and so you can eventually get to the point of receiving God's rewards for your life. Take care. God bless. Once again, much love.